Hope you are all right. Sorry, 5 minutes late. I was just trying to put my video together and I spent ages really complicating stuff when I really didn't need to. So here I am, and obviously you okay, Nick? We are going to continue with the case of Gypsy Rose Blanchard, the trial. Where did we get up to yesterday? So we were going to day 2, weren't we? 2 seconds. My dogs are barking at God knows what. So that's day 2. So we're going to go into day 2 and hear what they have to say. Detective Jody Crop, who is going to be testifying. Interesting it will be, I'm sure. With this case, there's just so much. And it's trying to keep track of what's been said and the inconsistencies, and we know there is a lot of them. More of the inconsistencies, I have to say, have probably come out more today since the release of Gypsy. God, it's almost been a year since they let her wander the streets again. And that's a whole different kettle of fish for later. That is the whole drama of Gypsy Rose being free and made famous and pretty much getting away with whatever the F she wants, wherever the F she likes, because that's just the system. And, well, so without further ado, I hope everyone is okay. We are going to continue with the trial and drown out my dogs, because then I can put it on mute and you won't have to hear Winston barking at God knows what. And we will go from day 2 at the beginning. Let's go.
Please be seated. Thank you. Well, good morning. How are you all today? Okay, is the state ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
State calls Detective Jody Crop.
All right. Detective Crop. Come on up, Detective. Good morning. Just have a seat, and I'll swear you in after you have a seat. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the cause now pending before the court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. Sir?
Good morning.
Morning.
Can you state your name for the record, please?
Jody Crop,
Can you spell your last name for the court?
K-R-O-P-P.
How are you employed?
I'm a detective with the Waukesha County Sheriff's Department in Waukesha, Wisconsin.
How long have you worked for the Waukesha Sheriff's Office?
I'm in my 17th year.
And what is your current assignment?
I'm assigned to the Identification Bureau, which entails the crime scene investigation, property management, and evidence management for the property or custody.
How long have you worked in that role?
2012, so going on my 6th year.
What kinds of things have you done in your career with that Sheriff's Office?
From the very beginning, or just for?
From the very beginning, just in general.
Yep, just started out as a patrol deputy for the Sheriff's Department, did patrol duties until 2012, and then promoted to detective, general detective, just did general investigations, and then in 2012 took the Identification Bureau, where specialized training in crime scene investigation, property, and evidence collection.
I want to draw your attention to June 16th of 2015. Do you have an occasion to assist the Greene County Sheriff's Office with regard to a search in the city or village of Big Bend?
I did.
In Wisconsin?
Yes.
Is that in Waukesha County?
It is.
What was your role in assisting the Greene County Sheriff's Office in that investigation?
I was assigned to document the entire search warrant process through photographs.
And what residence was it that you were at?
The address, or?
Yes, or just where was it?
It was in the village of Big Bend on Cherry Street. I didn't memorize the entire length of the address. It's quite long.
So unlike in Springfield, the addresses in Big Bend are pretty long.
Yeah, we have south numbers with sometimes 2 or 3 numbers, and then our west numbers are generally 5 numbers long. So we have a south number and then a west number, all the same address, and then the road name that is associated with those numbers and letters.
So at west 228, south 8708755, sound familiar?
It does.
And we'll see that in one of your pictures, actually.
Correct.
And during that search of that residence, was that pursuant to a search warrant?
It was.
And were you looking for evidence related to the murder of Dee Dee Blanchard here in Springfield, Missouri?
Yes.
And your role was photography?
Yes.
Tell us just in general how the Waukesha County Sheriff's Office processed that house on Cherry Street.
For every search warrant, we try to designate letters per room to help keep it organized as far as which detective search which room instead of everybody just kind of going off in their own direction. So prior to any search being done, the person assigned to do photo documentaries of the property will do overall photographs of the entire exterior of the residence. And then as we work through the residence and any outbuildings, we're just going to try to document the original condition of the rooms prior to any searches being done. And as we enter the room, we'll designate it a letter, which just helps us organize if anything is found in those rooms at some point, which the detective that's assigned to that area documents what room they were in and then what they found. And then after the overalls are done, once the search commences, if they do find a piece of evidence before it's collected, it will be photographed by me and then collected. And if anything needs to be documented, such as serial numbers or make or models of certain items that are found, those will be taken with closer up photos to document the numbers.
Prior to conducting the search, do you have some general information about who was associated with that house?
Yes.
Who was that?
It should be Go to John residence. Specifically, we're looking for any evidence related. Either to Nicholas and Gypsy Blanchard.
Turn on the mic. Away. Even I was like the bed.
I'm going to show you a series of photographs that have not been introduced into evidence yet. And I'll read what they're marked. And as we go through, if you just take a look at them, and I'll ask you some general questions about them after we go through the list. So what's been marked for identification as states exhibits 68, 69, 70, 71. Please tell me if I'm going too fast. 72, 73. 74 and 75, 76, 77, 78 and 80, 81, 83, 84, 85, 87, 88, 90, 91, 93, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, 128, 129, and 130. Do you recognize in general what's depicted in those photographs?
Yes.
And what in general is depicted in those photographs?
It would be the actual address where the search warrant was completed and an overview of the residence, and then any items that were collected as evidence throughout the residence.
And you would have taken many more pictures than the ones we just saw here, correct?
Correct.
These are just some of the ones that have been selected for trial.
Yes.
And do these photographs fairly and accurately depict Nicholas Godejohn's residence on the day of the search?
Yes.
I'd move to admit that listed exhibit, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection.
They'll be received without objection. Now, just so I'm clear, 81 is a photograph, did you say?
Yes, sir.
Okay, of hard drives?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because it just said hard drives
Right.
on here.
Yes.
Okay.
There are some skipped numbers there that will be physical items.
Okay, thank you.
Can you see that all right?
Yes.
You want to see it okay? All right, what are we looking here at in State's Exhibit 68?
This will be standing on Cherry Street, looking directly at the front of the residence with that posted address for the search warrant.
And in State's Exhibit 69?
That would be the posted address, which we do West 228 would be first, how we record it, South 8755 Cherry Street.
So if we were to read that, if we were thinking of the address, actually you would read it bottom to top.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are we looking at here in State's Exhibit 70?
This would be a screen door entrance into the residence where we made our initial entrance for the search warrant.
What are we looking at here in 71?
As the screen door was opened, what I could do is just show my progression into the residence. So right now I'm kind of standing in the threshold of that screen door as it's open.
Where are we now?
This is what I would call a kitchen area. So this would be a table. So I have the last picture as you walk through that screen door. You're going to go continue straight past the stairs that were on the right, and then it would open up into this little kitchen area with a kitchen table.
And then are you going to document in some subsequent photos, some items found on this table by another detective?
Yes.
Is that what we're looking here at in State's Exhibit 73?
Yes. The black trifold wallet would have been in that last picture towards the center of the table.
And what's that on top of the wall up there?
Flip cell phone, black flip cell phone. Yes.
And we're looking at State's Exhibit 74 now. And then State's Exhibit 75, what is that?
That would be that same flip phone from the last picture, all of it's opened up at this point.
And State's Exhibit 76?
Just the top view of the phone as it's opened up. Opens the tripod wallet from the previous picture that was opened up with Wisconsin photo ID in it.
And that's State's Exhibit 77. We're looking at here in 78.
A close-up picture of the Wisconsin identification card with Nicholas Godejohn's information.
That was in that tripod wallet.
It was.
Where are we now?
We are upstairs So as you came in that screen door, there was a stairway going up, and this would have been a bedroom. So as you top the stairs, opens up into an open room, turn left, walk straight ahead, and then that would, the farthest you could go straight ahead would open up into this room.
Then there's like a door over here. What does that door go?
That was a closet.
And now where are we? In
Almost standing in front of that closet door, looking to our right, in the corner of that same bedroom.
And so over here in this like entertainment center, is that like a monitor or television, that black item there?
Correct. I believe that was being used at the time as like a computer monitor, large.
What are these?
These are two hard drives that were found in that same bedroom.
And were they found not in a computer but separate, just like we see them?
Correct. They were just laid, when they were found, they were just laid separate for photograph purposes like this, but they were not removed from any towers.
Now, if you say exhibit 84, what do we see in this photograph?
So now, if you see that door up in the top right of the picture, that's actually the entry door into the bedroom. So this will be to your immediate right as you come in. Specifically here, I wanted to document the brown leather jacket on the floor next to a red and black duffel bag. And just to the left of that are going to be several electronic items.
It's kind of hard to see because it's all black, but we'll see in another picture, but is there like a laptop computer bag right there that I'm highlighting?
There is.
And then that silver and black item, what is that?
That'd be the computer tower that should have been hooked up to that TV monitor.
And then this wooden area over here, is that entertainment center with the monitor in it we saw early?
It is.
What are we looking at here at 85?
This is what we call a medium photograph of specific electronic items. So we have the computer tower on the bottom left. There's an Xbox gaming system just on top of that. And then over to the right, next to the red and black Marlboro bag, is a black, I believe, leather laptop case.
Right there that we're looking at?
Yes.
We're looking at here at 87.
So as we opened up that laptop case, we located this white HP laptop.
So the white there is like the lid of a Hewlett Packard laptop computer.
Correct, the top cover, yes.
And here at 88, what's that?
This is the flip side of that laptop, just documenting the serial numbers for that specific white laptop from the last photo.
And down to 90, what are we looking at?
The red and black duffel bag, which contains clothing items.
Down to 91.
Black Facebook backpack that also contains personal items.
If I recall, one of our earlier pictures, we were standing in the doorway, that backpack was sort of over to the left.
It was. I would classify it kind of out from that closet door on the left-hand side.
And what are we looking at here in 93?
These are all the individual items removed from the interior of that Facebook black backpack at the top of the screen, just laid out for overall pictures to show everything, generally what was in that backpack at the time.
And this item that had the pointer on there, that black rectangle, what is that?
That would be another cell phone.
Yep, the LG cell phone.
Correct.
And 94, back up to 93. All right, so just down below the cell phone, what's that?
Black, I'm sorry, a roll of black, I believe, duct tape.
And what's this item here?
A bank bag from Community National Bank.
And this item here?
A box of handcuffs.
Now in 95, can we see that box of handcuffs a little more clearly?
Yes.
And Community National Bank bag. What is this here?
This was I would say, gallon-sized Ziploc bag. The writing nest egg savings with, at this time, an undetermined amount of U.S. currency.
And over here, these white rectangular items.
That would be like a bus ticket documenting different stops from Springfield back to Milwaukee. Greyhound, I believe.
State's Exhibit 96.
Social security card with the name of Gypsy Blanchard.
97.
I believe it's a healthcare card with the same name of Gypsy Blanchard. And then a close-up photograph of the Ziploc bag with the U.S. currency.
Which is Exhibit 98, correct?
Yes.
Exhibit 99
Close-up photographs of those greenhouse bus tickets.
from Springfield, I know it's small, but from Springfield to Milwaukee.
Correct.
What are we looking at here?
These were a pair of white tennis shoes located in that same bedroom on the floor, I believe, straight off from that closet door again.
And based on your training and experience, why did you document this particular pair of white tennis shoes?
During the overall photographing medium, I observed, like you can kind of see at this point, an unknown red substance that appeared to be either dripped or spattered onto these white tennis shoes. And I believe that there was a possibility that those would be blood, so that's why they were taken.
Is there a map pointer there in the corner?
Yes.
When you said you can see it a little bit in this photograph, could you kind of show us in this overall photograph what you're talking about?
Can I step down?
Yes, sir.
So on this left tennis shoe here is a very small red dot towards the toe portion of this. The right tennis shoe, or the front half of the shoe, there's what I would call a blood droplet. And then on the right half of the toes, there's also another, what I would say, a blood smear, suspected blood smear.
If you'll stay standing for a minute. State's Exhibit 104, what are we looking at here?
This would be the right tennis shoe with just a close-up photograph of blood, suspected blood droplet, and on the right side, the suspected blood smears.
You show us the right side.
So there's me one a little bit higher up here by the laces, and then one down here towards the toes.
Now 105.
There would be suspected blood right here towards the toe. It's very small, and then there's a little bit of a red, a shadow in here of red and color. And as you get a closer up photograph of that, so again, here's a little dot, another red dot, and then kind of a red shoe.
And that's 106, that further close up.
Yes.
Now State's Exhibit 107, what are we looking at?
This would be, here's the original Ziploc bag from the previous pictures that had Nest Bank Savings written on it. And then detectives had sorted the currency by denomination and just laid it out for further documentation of how much money was there.
And so left to right, what denominations do we have there?
Starting with 100, then 50, then 20s, 10s, 5s, a $2 bill, and then singles.
What are we looking at here and what are we?
This is that brown leather jacket that would have been directly to the right as you enter the bedroom, next to that red duffel bag.
And if I remember correctly from the earlier photo, there wasn't that yellow and white piece of paper wasn't sitting on it in the earlier photograph. What is that?
This was removed from one of the jacket pockets by detective during the search. It is I would say just a memo paper from Days Inn hotels.
Is that what we're looking at here in close-up in 109
Yes.
with the list, toothbrush, lip balm, and condoms?
Correct.
State's Exhibit 111, what is this?
This was a reddish or pink colored piece of luggage that was also in that bedroom upstairs.
And if I recall correctly, this is, if I'm saying it over to the left as well, as opposed to over by the computer tower.
Correct. Yep. Here would be the closet door. You can move it in the framework for the closet door.
Exhibit 112.
Ziploc bag that contained 3 suspected women's wigs.
And were those inside that pink bag?
Yes.
Did you eventually move the pink bag somewhere out of the room to further document what was in it?
We did. We took it downstairs and outside to get better lighting. It was pretty congested in the room at the time, and just to be able to lay, there's a significant amount of items in that bag. In order to lay it out correctly and get good overall photos, we took it downstairs outside.
And did you do that with that red and black Marlboro duffel bag as well?
We did.
What are we looking at here in State's Exhibit 113?
The top portion, this would actually be the piece of luggage that was photographed and removed from the bedroom. And then we laid out a clean drop cloth just to organize the items that were in the bag, get the wide overall picture of the items that were in that bag.
What are we looking at here? States Exhibit 114.
Similarly to the piece of luggage, we have the red duffel bag that was removed from the bedroom. And again, a new clean drop cloth would get clothing items removed from the interior of that red duffel bag.
What is this in States Exhibit 115?
Now, this is a hotel room key that you get when you first check in. I'll put your keys in there and designate what room number that you're currently staying in.
Like that paper folder they give you with your keys in it?
Yes,
And does it have a room number on it?
it shows room 227.
What is this in 116?
This was a black short sleeve shirt located in that red duffel bag. Just laid out again to overall photograph the front portion of the shirt.
Are there some things in particular about this shirt and some other clothing we're going to see from the red duffel bag that you documented?
Yes,
What was that in general?
there were some smears and stains that appeared to be reddish color, like a reddish hue that we suspected experienced the possible BB blood.
What are we looking at in 117?
So this would be the bottom portion of the t-shirt underneath the graphics. So specifically, what I wanted to document here would be this red item here. And then it's kind of hard to see, but throughout this entire area here, there appears to be some sort of reddish matter on the biological material. Specifically this one, hopefully we can see pretty good. Again, we just suspected that would be one.
And 118?
See a little bit better here. This is the larger area of material. And then from here to here, there's a different look to it. So we suspected that as well.
So if I look up in the top right-hand corner, that's that smaller piece that we saw in the earlier photograph, correct?
Yes.
States Exhibit 119, what are we looking at here?
The black zippered hooded sweatshirt, but again, what we suspected to have blood on it.
States Exhibit 120.
So this is just again a closer up version of it. I do have some orange pointers to try to designate specifically what I wanted to show. Again, we have some dry suspected blood here, as well as here, and then there's just a reddish hue over here as well, but nothing that shows up.
States Exhibit 121, what we're looking at here.
The left sleeve of that black hooded sweatshirt.
And now in 122.
And at the end of the cuff for that sleeve, there's additional dried suspected blood.
States Exhibit 123.
I classified these as black and red jogging pants that were in that red duffel bag. And towards the top half of in this area, there should be some items of interest that we wanted to document.
All right, now we move back into the house to 128. What are we looking at here?
This would be that closet to your immediate left as you enter that upstairs bedroom, but now the door is open compared to how it is closed in the other pictures.
And if I look sort of into the closet, do I see something of interest down there in the corner?
Yes, as they were completing their inventory search of this closet, they located, there should be a cardboard box in this drawing here, and right behind it, a sealed, I want to say maybe 10 by 12 inch mail envelope.
And now in States Exhibit 129, do we see that box you were just referencing?
Yes, and then this would be that envelope.
States Exhibit 130.
This is a close-up of the front of that envelope with the name of Nick John and the address on Cherry Street of where the search warrant was being completed.
And what's the return address?
The top line has the last name of Blanchard. There's a 2103 West Volunteer Way, Springfield, Missouri.
Go ahead and take your seat. After you documented those items, were they then packaged by somebody?
Yes, if basically what happens if a detective finds those items, I come and photograph, document it, and then that detective would transport it to another one of our identification bureau detectives in a control area downstairs where he would document and package it.
In this case, was that Detective Alan Voss?
It was.
Nothing further.
Thank you. Any questions of this witness?
Just a few, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Detective Pratt, I just have a few questions. You referred to the unknown red substance, correct?
Correct.
You can't call it blood because it had been tested at that time.
Correct.
But you suspected it was blood.
Yes.
And going back to number 103 and 104, those exhibits, the white shoes, you immediately saw those red droplets on there, correct?
Okay. When I did my meeting, yes. During the overall photographs, yes.
Okay, and you suspected they were blood.
Yes.
Now, you've got a little training and blood splatter and droplets and that sort of thing, don't you?
Yes.
The shoes didn't appear to have been cleaned, did they?
I don't believe so.
And I guess the same thing could be said with the hooded sweatshirt, the t-shirt, the other items that were suspected. Well, they didn't appear to have been cleaned.
Correct.
And they were kind of wadded up and stuck in that Marlboro bag.
Yes.
Okay. There's also a bag that said Nest Egg Savings, correct?
Yes.
And how much money was contained in that bag?
I do not know the total denominations.
And you referred earlier to that address as the Godejohn residence, correct?
Yes.
Other people live there, correct?
I'm unsure.
You're not sure?
I do not know.
Did it have an appearance that there were other people living there?
Yes, there was a master bedroom, which I believe that, I guess now that the parents did reside there.
Okay, so Nick, you would assume was living at home with his mom,
Yes.
and he had the upstairs kind of attic bedroom, correct?
Correct.
And exhibit number 77, the Wisconsin photo ID and the larger number 78, that was just a state identification card, correct?
Correct.
There wasn't a driver's license for Nick Godejohn, was there?
If there was, I didn't individually photograph it.
Thank you, sir.
Anything further?
Yes, sir.
May this officer be excused?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Detective, thank you. Have a safe trip home.
Thank you very much.
Do you have another witness?
Yes, sir. The state called Detective Alan Voss.
All right. Come on up, detective. Just have a seat right here. It's easier if you sit. People fall off when I swear them that for some reason. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the cause now pending before the court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Mr. Patterson.
Thank you. State your name, please.
My name is Alan Voss. Last name is spelled V as in Victor, O-S-S.
Did you used to work for the Waukesha Sheriff's Department?
Yes, sir.
Have you since retired from that department?
I have.
How long did you work for the Waukesha Sheriff's Office?
Just over 28 years.
And towards the end of your career, what kind of work were you doing for the Sheriff's Office?
I was assigned as a detective to our identification bureau.
And were you working in that capacity in June of 2015?
Yes, I was.
On June 16th of 2015, did you have the occasion to assist the Greene County Sheriff's Office from Springfield, Missouri in the search of a residence on Cherry Street in Big Bend?
Yes.
What was your role in that search of that house?
Myself and Detective Kropp were sent to that home to collect, document, and preserve evidence that the search team was finding. Detective Kropp decided to resplit the duties. He was going to be the photographer, and I was going to be the written documentation person and the packager of the evidence.
And so by written documentation, you mean keeping a log of what things were taken?
Correct, and a property inventory sheet.
And I think you said also packaging the items?
Yes, sir.
Would you like go and do that in each individual room, or are you set up in a specific place?
What we do on larger crime scenes is whoever's doing the written documentation and the packaging will find a room or a location in the residence and set up a little workstation.
And so did you do that in this case?
I did. I picked a small table in the kitchen that was relatively out of the way and made a little space for myself.
And as you were doing that, as you were setting up, did you actually find some items of interest yourself that were seized?
I did.
What were those items?
The table I was using had a bunch of things on it. So I cleared those off, and while I was doing that, I found a cell phone and a wallet.
Just a minute, I screen transfer over. Okay, do you recognize what's depicted and what's been admitted in State's Exhibit 68?
Yes, sir.
In State's Exhibit 71, can we see sort of the area in general where you were talking about that you set up?
Yes, straight ahead in the kitchen area.
In this area back here?
Yes.
And then State's Exhibit 72, what's depicted in that?
That is the table that I used after I cleared it off to do my written documentation and packaging.
In State's Exhibit 74, what do we see here?
That is a flip phone, flip cell phone, and a wallet.
And what about State's Exhibit 75, what is that?
That's the same flip phone, just open it up. And if there's anything on the screen, document it without going into the phone, actually, so to speak.
State's Exhibit 76.
That's the back side of the phone opened up as well.
I'm now going to show you what's been marked for identification as State's Exhibit 79. And this has been opened in preparation for trial because we've looked at it before, correct?
Correct.
And so the outside clear packaging looks like it's from the Greene County Sheriff's Office.
Yes.
And that has our Exhibit 79 sticker on
That
it.
is correct.
And if we look inside of it, what is this manila envelope here that we're looking at?
That is the original envelope that I packaged the item in after I found it on the table.
How do you know that?
It's my writing on it. I have my name and I circled my name on the front. On the evidence seal is my initials and the date as well.
Is that sort of standard procedure when you seal something with evidence tape to put your initials and the date across the evidence tape?
Yes.
And what color is your evidence tape that your agency uses?
Well, in this case, I believe I used mostly yellow. But to be honest, we use different colors. It's just that day I had some yellow tape.
Okay. And so if we look inside your envelope, what do we see inside there?
There is a black flip phone and a battery that took the battery out.
Okay. Other than the fact that the battery's been taken out, can you see the face of the phone there? Yeah.
Yes, and it has the name Titus Kyocera on the front of the phone.
Other than the fact that the battery's been taken out, does that appear to be in substantially the same condition as when you seized it?
Yes, it does.
I'd move to admit State's Exhibit 79 and its contents.
Okay. Have we received without objection?
All right, what are we looking at here in State's Exhibit 80?
I believe that is Mr. Godejohn's bedroom.
And is that Facebook bag something you're familiar with?
Yes, that was collected by our detectives as well.
something you ended up packaging?
Yes, sir.
Show it's been marked as State Exhibit 92. Again, this is, if it's in a Greene County bag, correct?
Yes, sir.
So look inside it there. Do you recognize the writing on the inner bag?
Yes, that's my writing.
And this bag has some clear evidence tape on it.
Yes, sir.
Is that something you use for larger items?
Correct. It's a little stronger, so it doesn't rip as easy to use it on larger items.
And is this a backpack and its contents?
Yes, sir.
Backpack and its contents?
Yes, sir.
Is it? You're looking inside of it.
Yes, that is the item that we collected and that I packaged.
Is it in substantially the same condition as when you packaged it?
It does look to be this.
I moved to State's Exhibit 92 and its contents.
Now, you have the contents listed as a separate exhibit, 93.
I'm just going to admit it as 92 and its contents.
92, okay. Any objection to that? We'll show 92 coming in and 93 is incorporated now into 92.
Can you hold that open for me? Right, so in 83, there's a bed there,
Yes.
and then on the corner of that bed are the 2 hard drives. Were those packaged by you as well?
Yes, they were.
You want to see my exhibit list?
No, I just need a sticker.
Okay.
We show it's been marked for identification as State's Exhibit 81A.
Yes.
Again, that's in a Greene County bag.
Yes, it is.
In the back here, it says opened 11/12/18. Are those your initials there?
Yes, sir.
So if you look inside State's Exhibit 81A, do you recognize that bag?
Yes, that's the bag I put the items in originally.
It's got a number 5 circled at the top.
Yes, it should be on the property sheet number 5.
Okay. And on the back of that bag,
It's got my initials and date across the seal.
if we look inside, what do we see inside?
Looks like the 2 hard drives that you showed me on, that you showed on the picture.
And they're in substantially the same condition as when you took them?
It does look like that, yes.
I move to admit State's Exhibit 81A and its contents.
Without objection.
In State's Exhibit 85, you see the desktop computer there?
Yes,
Is that something that you also packaged?
yes, they brought that down to me and I did record that item.
I think it was packaged with the modem that we saw on top of it, correct?
Correct.
All right, so on the Greene County sticker on this pink bag, this is marked as States Exhibit 86. And did you examine this, the contents of that with me through the pink bag the other day?
We looked through the bag, yes.
And does a serial number on the computer from States Exhibit 85 that you packaged match the serial number on this computer here that's in States Exhibit 86?
Yes, it does.
Is it in fairly the same condition as when you seized it?
It looks to be, yes.
I've moved to admit States Exhibit 86 and its contents.
Your Honor, we make an objection and ask to make a record.
All right. Let's go in here then, please. Let me know when you're ready, Rochelle. Exhibit 86 will be admitted subject to the conditions that we spoke about.
Did you also package a laptop bag containing a white HP laptop that we see there in States Exhibit 87?
Yes.
So just using this box for convenience, but inside the box is there a bag marked States Exhibit 89,
Yes, sir.
again with the Greene County Sheriff's Office sticker.
Yes.
And then if we look inside it, is there another Greene County Sheriff's Office bag?
Yes, there is.
And inside of that, do you see a bag with your evidence tape and your initials?
Yes, sir.
Is that the HP laptop?
Yes, it is. Item 16.
And is your packaging in substantially the same condition as it was when you packaged the laptop in the laptop bag?
It looks to be, yes.
Physical contents.
Any objection to the physical state?
No, Your Honor.
Subject to the data contained therein being tied up at a later time. All right.
All right, did you package a Marlboro bag and its contents?
Yes.
And we're looking at a picture of it in States Exhibit 90, correct?
Correct.
Now, I step away for a minute. Can you take a moment just to look inside? States Exhibit 124. Okay, Mr. Perry, and I step into your conference room just so I can show them something that's in there.
Yes.
Having taken a moment to look at the contents of State Exhibit 124, do you recognize what's inside there?
Yes, sir.
And what is it?
Inside my evidence bag is the Marlboro duffel bag shown in the picture.
And how do you recognize that as being a Marlboro bag that you packaged and sealed?
The inside bag has my yellow evidence tape as well as my initials and date, and my original lighting on the actual outside of the bag.
And in preparation for trial, did you assist us by removing the T-shirt and the hoodie from the Marlboro bag?
Yes, sir.
And did we package that separately
Yes, we
on a hanger?
hanger and then inside of a plastic bag.
Other than the fact that that T-shirt and the hoodie have been removed, is State's Exhibit 124A and its contents in substantially the same condition as when you seized it?
Yes, it is.
I move to admit State's Exhibit 124.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Is there a second?
I'm going to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 124A. Do you recognize that?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
That is a T-shirt and a hooded sweatshirt that we took out of the Marlboro bag.
Are they in substantially the same condition as when you seized them?
Yes, sir.
I move to admit State's Exhibit 124A.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor. And so for the record, I've hung it up on a coat hanger and the hoodie is hung over the clown shirt, correct?
Yes, correct.
Now, if you look at the contents of the bag that we already admitted just a few moments ago, correct?
That's correct.
State's Exhibit 108, there's that days in there I see. Did you package that as well?
Yes, that was brought to me and I did package that.
I'll show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 110. Do you recognize that?
Yes.
So inside the plastic bag, what's inside there?
That is my small manila envelope with my writing on it. And then the note is also inside of that bag.
Your initials and date on the back.
My initials and date on my yellow evidence tape.
Other than the fact that it's been repackaged in this clear bag, are the contents of State's Exhibit 110 substantially the same as when you seized them?
Yes.
I'd move to admit State's Exhibit 110.
No objection.
To be received without objection.
In State's Exhibit 109, is that a close-up of the note? We just put that in 110.
Yes, it is.
Did you package an item from the closet?
Yes, I did.
Is that a picture of it we're looking at in State's Exhibit 130?
Yes, it is.
And that item that we see there in 130, it was not opened by you, correct?
No, it was not. Not
Yeah, but you-
that- I'm sorry.
Packaged it as it was found.
Correct.
The sugar has been marked by identification as State's Exhibit 142. That's another Greene County bag, correct?
Correct.
Inside it, you pull out the bag inside of it. Do you recognize that bag?
Yes, that would be my original bag that I packaged it in.
And so that's, when you say the item, are you referring to the envelope we see here in State's Exhibit 130?
Correct.
If you look at the envelope inside here, is that substantially the same condition as it was when you seized it?
Yes.
Except that it appears it's been opened and the contents are removed, correct?
Correct.
Other than that difference, is it substantially the same?
Yes.
I move to admit State's Exhibit 142.
No objection.
We received without objection.
No further questions?
Any questions of this witness?
Judge, I suspect the jury would want a break right now, so I don't have any questions.
Okay, well, I don't want to keep you from asking questions. Do you want to question after we break?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so may this witness be excused?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, Detective, thank you.
Thank you.
Careful getting down, okay?
I will.
Well, I think Mr. Mead has a good suggestion. So I want to again remind you of what you were told at the first recess of the court. Until you're retired to consider your verdict, you must not discuss this case among yourselves or with others, or permit anyone to discuss it in your hearing. You should not form or express any opinion about the case until it is finally given to you to decide. Do not do any research or investigation on your own about any matter regarding this case or anyone involved in the trial. Do not communicate with others about the case by any means. Do not read, view, or listen to any newspaper, radio, electronic communication from the internet, or television report of the trial. I'm going to take about a 15-minute break. We'll resume about 10:35, okay?
All rise.
All right, see everyone back in about 15 minutes. Thank you. We were wondering where this came from.
Now to report.
No, we saw it. It's like, why is this here? Can we put it back someplace?
Yes, I will. Yes.
You had this actually marked as exhibit 124, 125. 125. That's fine. Please be seated. Thank you. All right, Mr. Patterson, Mr. Chapman, you have another witness?
State calls Lieutenant Stan Hancock.
All right. Come on up. Oh, it's not me. Come on up. Have a seat, sir. If you raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give in the cause now pending before the court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Employed.
The Greene County Sheriff's Office.
How long have you worked for the Greene County Sheriff's Office?
Almost 18 years.
In what capacity do you serve now in the Sheriff's Office?
I am a lieutenant of the jail division and admin investigations.
Prior to that, what did you do?
I was a detective in the criminal investigation division with Greene County Sheriff's Office, investigating crimes.
Were you working in that role in June of 2015?
Yes,
And did you become involved in the investigation of the death of Claudine Blanchard?
yes.
How did you become involved in that investigation?
I was called in on June 15th to missing persons.
And as part of that investigation, did you end up in Wisconsin?
Yes, and I'm sorry, it's June 14th. I apologize.
And so you were initially called in?
Yes.
Where did you go in Wisconsin?
In Wisconsin,
Why did you go to Wisconsin?
we had received information that that's where one of the missing females was at.
Who's that you're referring to?
The Gypsy Blanchard.
And when you went to Wisconsin, did you all find Gypsy Blanchard?
Yes.
Did you find her to be with anyone?
Yes, and Nicholas go to John.
Did you end up going to Nicholas John's house?
Yes.
What, if anything, did you do when you were at Nicholas John's house there?
Observed them search the house for purposes of search warrant.
And so who performed that search? It wasn't the Greene County Sheriff's Office?
Yeah, it was Waukesha Sheriff's Office in Wisconsin.
And so after they searched the house, what happened with the evidence that was collected at the defendant's house?
Waukesha Sheriff's Office collected it, packaged it, and then we took possession of it later.
Are you familiar with the defendant?
Yes,
You see him here in the courtroom.
yes, somewhat like. Or blue and white shirt.
Record reflect identification of the defendant.
It was so reflective.
So the items that were collected by the Wisconsin Department, what did you do with those again?
We collected them from them and transported them to Missouri to the Sheriff's Office here in Greene County.
And so as part of that, did you end up repackaging them like in Greene County evidence bags and whatnot?
Yes.
When you were in Wisconsin, did you learn something about the time frame when the defendant and Ms. Blanchard left Springfield, Missouri?
Yes.
Was that June 11th and then actually on June 12th?
Yes, that's correct.
Did you have some other detectives assisting you in the case?
I did.
Did you have them obtain any kind of surveillance footage showing sort of the timeline of when Ms. Blanchard and the defendant would have left Springfield, Missouri or attempted to leave Springfield, Missouri?
Yes.
And what, can you just briefly describe where and what was collected?
There's some surveillance from a Days Inn and also from a Greyhound bus station here in Springfield.
And so when they first leave the Days Inn, are they able to then leave Springfield immediately?
No,
What happened?
they were unable to get a bus to Wisconsin and had to stay another night and went back to the Days Inn.
And then where did they go after that?
After the Days Inn, the next day they go back to the Greyhound bus station and obtain a ticket.
And that surveillance footage and still photographs from that footage, has that been put on to the disc that has State's Exhibits 46 through 67?
Yes,
Are those put in chronological order?
they are.
Your Honor, at this time, I seek permission to publish State's Exhibits 46 through 67 that have previously been admitted.
You may do so.
Detective, as we're looking at State's Exhibit 46 there, it looks to me like there's a date and time stamp up in the top left-hand corner. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. It's stated June 11th of 2015.
11 o'clock in the morning, 11 to 1.
Yes, that's correct.
And so what are we looking at here in State's Exhibit 46 before we play it?
The opening right here, top of the screen, that's the elevator that goes up to the second floor. And this is the ground level of Days Inn. And then if you go this direction to the right, you go back to the front of the office area.
So that was sort of quick when I watched it. What are we looking at here in State's Exhibit 47? Is that still taken from that surveillance video?
Yes, same date and time. This would be Nicholas Cody John carrying a computer bag, another bag, and Gypsy Blanchard is behind him, rolling a suitcase. And they're exiting the elevator.
All right, now in State's Exhibit 48, what are we looking at here?
This would be the front lobby of the Days Inn. To the left up in the corner is where you first come into the door to the lobby. This is the front desk of the lobby.
And I've looked at the date and time stamp. That's just about 2 minutes after that previous video we saw at the elevators.
That is correct.
Could I put you on hold just a second? Okay. And the name of the room? Alright, and you have a cash deposit, so if I could see your ID, please. Good morning, thank you for calling the Village Suite. Can you please hold? Thank you. Alright. So, okay, so you did an early check-in option. Looks like 16. Take that. Take some there. Alright, so yeah, it's just returning the deposit. I don't know why he put the snow, so. Okay. Alright, and you alright, much shorter hair. Alright. Let's see. I can get you to it. Here, I don't know why he didn't want you doing that. And then I'll send somebody to check your background. What do you say? Yeah. Okay. I haven't heard anything. Alright, somebody's going to go check in. You can just have it more. It shouldn't be too long. Alright, thank you for holding. So, what was that now? You said that, there's somebody at the front desk at all times. And so you'll be able to check in whenever you arrive. Did you have some special instructions? Okay. Okay. What time? Yeah, sure. Can you come now? It depends on who you have to come in. Tomorrow, I don't know. And I'll put a note saying about it. Yeah, Alright, so, and what is your mother's name? With two N's? Okay, and correct is Blanchard. Alright. Okay, I have pre-inscribed to your reservation, so there should have no problem checking in. And I will get these emailed out now that we have the correct email. Alright? Okay. There is, because you said 4 in one room and 3 in the other. There is, it does increase the rate by $5 just because of the extra adult, for the one room. And we offer a confidential contract that is rate. So anytime they want to change the room over 3 people, there is a $5 charge for that. Of course. Okay, so for one room, so room with 4 adults in it, it's going to be $81 and 20 after taxes. Yes, and also, do you want, it's our policy to charge the credit card within that 24-hour window. Do you plan on paying cash or is it okay for us to charge the credit card? Okay. Good, okay, and the other room, with 3 individuals, is $76 and 60 cents. And that's what the military rate. Well, it is before 4 p.m. if you like to cancel these reservations, or, oh, okay, alright. Oh, yeah, she, so, you're not the first. Alright, I'm sending this confirmation, email to you right now, and so if you don't do not receive it, within, let's say, half an hour or so, and all that, everything. But you should receive it, it'll be tomorrow morning. Alright, any other questions or? Oh, yeah. It looks like she did right now. You're in room 130 and 129, right? So, okay. Yes, they are. Alright, those emails have been sent to you. You should be receiving. Thank you so much for giving us a call. It's been a wonderful day. Alright, Sharon, you can go ahead and sign for this. I'm giving the go ahead to return the deposit. If you know, just go ahead and sign on that one. $50 bill. Alright. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for staying with us. Oh, it's just checkout is 11 a.m. But no, it's fine. I mean, I didn't work in the hospital with much before I started working here, and I have no idea.
Yeah, State's Exhibit 49 is just a still photograph of the defendant walking out after checking out on that day.
Yes, that is correct.
Now, State's Exhibit 50, before we play this, what are we looking at here?
This is the main entrance to the Greyhound bus station. Where the cab is at, is where you pull up and you can walk into the entrance here. And right at the bottom of the screen, right there is a ticket counter where people would purchase tickets.
And kind of small, but over in the left-hand corner where it says CAM 12, is that a date stamp of 2015, 6/11?
Yes, it's 2015, and I believe 11 and 12.
Was it 11 the date? You want to step down so you can see it on the clear.
Yes.
So it's June 11th and at 12:45 and 34 seconds.
Yes, that's correct, 12:45.
And the Greyhound video does not have audio, correct?
Not that I'm aware of.
While we're watching, did you recognize the person who was checking out in those previous exhibits of the day's end?
Yes,
Who was it?
Nicholas Gojo. There's also another entrance over, which is where they're going to.
All right, what are we looking at here in 651?
This is another entrance to the Greyhound bus station that we come around this way. And this is a ticket counter that's right here. Two employees standing there.
You recognize the people who just walked up to the counter?
Yes, Nicholas Gojo and Gypsy Blanchard.
So as we're watching, did Mr. Gojo just hand the clerk some paper?
Yes, he did.
There ain't nothing wrong with them legs, is there? She's doing a grand old job there. God, he looks so different, doesn't he, in that courtroom than in that picture, or in that video. But Gypsy with her pretty wig on. How weird is it that they're just going about their day and the guy who's serving them has no clue what's just happened to Dee Dee Blanchard?
The cash being exchanged there
Between who?
between Nicholas Louis John and the clerk.
I mean, she's an itty bitty bit vegetable, but she's standing, she's walking. No remorse.
The clerk just provided change to Mr. Goodjohn.
Yes, he did.
And now the tickets to Mr. Goodjohn.
That's correct.
And 6 to 52, is that just a different angle of that same transaction we just watched?
That is correct. That's more of the ticket counter area.
Say exhibit 53 on that same day, a little bit later at 1300 should be 1:12 in military time, correct?
That is correct.
Or regular time. Back looking at the front door of the Greyhound bus station.
That is correct. That was the main entrance. One of the main entrances.
They like their yellow cabs and that.
This is Nicholas Louis John and Gypsy Blanchard exiting the main entrance of the Greyhound.
What does she appear to have with her?
Their roll around luggage.
Nothing wrong with them legs.
Backpack.
In his luggage?
He has a red Marlboro backpack and a computer bag. The cab driver is dropping off with 2 individuals that are going to get out of the cab and then they eventually get in.
to 54, is that just a still, then looking at that CAD that we just watched?
Yes.
We're looking at now Case Exhibit 55.
So that's the front entrance of the lobby of the Days Inn again, dated June 11th, 2015. And it's showing 13, I'd say 17 hours. I can't see this up there.
So would that be 1:17 PM for most of us?
1:17 p.m. correct.
The credit card number for the company, because the man said, we've already paid for the room. Another room or? Okay. Not another night? Okay. Yeah, I just called to ask them for their number, and she said, no, you're set up to do direct bill, your manager will know about it.
No, we haven't done anything yet, so we need all information.
What room are you in? Okay. Did you leave the room here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I was like, yeah, it was when we were so busy and, okay. So you'd like to. Sorry. And your name?
My name is Nicholas.
Oh. And it's just one night?
Yep.
Okay, and just one adult, no children?
No.
Non-smoking key?
Yep.
Okay. And what room did you say you had been in?
I was in 617.
227. Okay.
Eileen,
Uh-huh.
that's fine. We got the information for the computer. On their good intent.
Okay. Alright, do you have a preference for what floor you want to be on? What room, sorry? You want that room again?
Yeah.
I don't know if housekeeping, oh, yeah, what about 226? It's right next.
That's fine. Yes.
Okay. So you liked that room. Hopefully this room will be good for you too. Alright, your total is going to be $68.10. There's your ID back. 100. Right, you happen to have a dime, do you?
I don't know, actually.
Hey, check that out. Give you dollars back.
Yeah.
Alright, your change is $32 even. So we have 20, 31, 32. And then the deposit, $50 deposit.
Hi, Bobby. This is
Scanner, that could be on. The thing that I gave you earlier, you have any pets with you? So that your initial kids, if you do not have pets,
Oh, you saw?
yeah. There you go, every time you already paid, but we like to have the signatures on there. And then your vehicle information, please.
I want to.
Oh, then go ahead and just put your name, non-applicable. Yeah.
Oh,
Just right here.
oh,
Yeah. All right, here's your keys. You will be right next to the lot in store. So overlooking out over the parking lot. Breakfast is there from the same floor, 8:30 to 9:30. And the pool and the fitness room are open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Don't forget your soda. Enjoy.
thank you.
And who was that we saw checking into the day in 60-55?
Let's go to John.
And it's 56, just a still of him giving the key to the room.
Yes.
Where are we now in 62-57?
We are back at the Days Inn, the elevator that goes to the second floor. And ground floor, that goes to the lobby right there. Same date, 6/11/2015, 13/24 hours, 1:24.
Right after checking in.
That's correct.
And then 62-58, is that just a still of them going, Gypsy Blanchard and they go going one of the elevator?
Yes.
Now in 62-59, what day is it now?
It's 6/12/2015 at 6:22 in the morning. And this is also another shot of the elevator, ground floor.
So the next day in the early morning.
Correct.
Hey, Ginger. I took my eyes off the screen for a minute. Nick. Nothing wrong with them legs. Keep telling you.
62-59.
Shadows all
Yes,
cool.
Nicholas and Gypsy, that's in the elevator, and walking, move ground floor. I think that's there.
And 62-60, is that a still of them leaving?
Yes.
Same luggage as the day before?
Yes.
Nick, Nick, Nick.
Now what are we looking at?
You're looking at the lobby of the Days Inn again. This is a different park. Same day at 6:23 hours.
When you say same day, you mean June 12th?
June 12th, correct.
You're talking about, yeah. Not that now, I'll be able to have to get to work as well.
Okay.
During your room, no, during, 226. Let me go check the room, make sure everything is working. And then I'll get your pot back.
Been up to.
You can stick with them. And what room are you in?
Getting cold now.
And then in 62-62, is that just a still photo of them checking out at that time?
Yes.
We're looking at 62-63.
This is from the Greyhound bus
The
station.
audio on this is terrible. Look, I know it was a million years ago, but Jesus.
And the timestamp?
And that is 6/12/2015 at 7:14 hours.
7:14 a.m.
Correct.
There.
You found that person who just held the door for the female?
Yes, that's Nicholas and Gypsy's behind him right there.
Wrong with old Gypsy. And carry her back.
That's still number 14 doors in 64.
That is correct.
And 65 is still just inside the doors.
That is correct.
I'm gonna go back to 65. So when you walk off to the left, like we saw in the video, does that end up being over in the area where one would actually wait for the buses?
Yes.
Is that what we're looking at here in Station 66?
Yes. Looking at the back of the Greyhound bus station where the buses will park. These are the doors. You have numbers above them and people wait in specific numbers to exit onto their bus.
It's a little hard to see the numbers. Can you use that map pointer that's up there by you and show me what you're talking about and say the numbers?
There's some numbers above these doors that indicate where you're supposed to be.
Because you've got the Irish in you somewhere deep down,
There's
Ginger.
some seating area along here.
I
back in here,
know.
and over in this area for people to wait. This is Nicholas and Gypsy. We're sitting down on the bench right here, getting ready to stand up and meet mom.
At the bottom of the video there in 66.
At the bottom, that's this gentleman, Nicholas and Gypsy right there.
Well, that's a busy bus station.
Got your put back on there.
That's correct.
Just freaks me out knowing that those people are in like around two people that were part of a murder. And nobody knows. They're all just getting on with their day, and it just makes me think, God, that could be me somewhere, couldn't it? Just getting on with my day, and then there's a murderer. And I didn't know it. Quarter Welsh, quarter Scottish. Maybe. Got a bus station footage we've been treated to. A lot of people just milling about. But I know we can't actually see her face, right? But she's not showing any remorse. She's just looking eager to get on her bus. She's also carrying quite a hefty bag on her back there as well. I wonder if anyone's like seen this and been like, oh, that was me at the bus stop with them. I was there. wonder if any of these people actually know that they were stood in the same zone as that pair when they were in that bus queue. Some people might be completely oblivious, I guess. It's just weird. Just getting on with your day, there's another liver behind you. God, they've got some luggage. So I need to go to the toilet before the bus comes.
So there's the defendant just present his tickets to the defendant and hold the door for Gypsy for the record.
He did.
And safety exhibit 60.
So I think I'm going to leave it there because I need to get ready to go live on my old TikToky at around 9:30, and I haven't decided yet what I'm doing. And I need a minute, all right? I need a minute. Well, actually, no, I do know what I'm doing. We're going to be continuing with the case, the trial with Donald Smith and Cherish Periwinkle that we started and that we're going to continue. So that is what my plan is this evening. I want to try and get through that so that we can get through some current stuff. So I will be back tomorrow to continue the trial of Gypsy Rose Blanchard. When do we get to see her testify? So she's about 2 hours and 20 so minutes away. Oh, she does a 29-minute and then another bit. Okay, as long as we know where we are. It's not like now with the law and crime, you don't get little segments of it. So, yeah, we'll continue with the footage tomorrow. So if you've been here and you've been watching, then you'll know where we are. And if you haven't, then you need to catch up. But what this video demonstrates to me is that Gypsy can walk just fine. Nothing wrong with Gypsy's legs. She can carry a heavy backpack on her back. She's clearly got no remorse. At this point, I'm not obviously seeing any remorse in either of them. They're not like crying and cuddling each other and consoling. They're kind of just getting on with their day, trying to get onto the bus. I mean, out of the pair of them, obviously with that being her mum, you think there'd be something there, but there doesn't seem to be, does there? So we will see how the rest of that goes. And yeah, so we'll be back tomorrow about 6 o'clock UK time for the rest of this, and I'll be back on TikTok in a short while. So if you go to TikTok, come over and find me. And if you're not on TikTok, then you should be. I will see you soon, everyone. Catch us later.